After all, he's not a boy, it's high time he got rid of such rubbish. And what an idea to be romantic in our times. Give him something sensible to read. What should I give him? Asked Arkady. Oh, I think Bushnell's Stoff und Kraft to start with. I think so too, remarked Arkady approvingly. Stoff und Kraft is written in popular language. So it seems, said Nikolai Petrovich the same day after dinner to his brother, as they sat in his study, you and I are behind the times, our day is over. Well, perhaps Bazarov is right. But one thing, I must say, hurts me. I was so hoping just now to get on really close and friendly terms with Arkady, and it turns out that I've lagged behind while he has gone forward, and we simply can't understand one another. But how has he gone forward? And in what way is he so different from us? Exclaimed Pavel Petrovich impatiently. It's that grand seigneur of a nihilist who has knocked such ideas into his head. I loathe that doctor fellow. In my opinion he's nothing but a charlatan. I'm sure that in spite of all his tadpoles he knows precious little even in medicine. No, brother, you mustn't say that. Bazarov is clever and knows his subject. And so disagreeably conceited, Pavel Petrovich broke in again. Yes, observed Nikolai Petrovich, he is conceited. Evidently one can't manage without it, that's what I fail to take into account. I thought I was doing everything to keep up with the times. I divided the land with the peasants, started a model farm, so that I'm even described as a rebel all over the province. I read, I study, I try in every way to keep abreast of the demands of the day, and they say my day is over. And brother, I really begin to think that it is. Why is that? I'll tell you why. I was sitting and reading Pushkin today. I remember, it happened to be the gypsies. Suddenly Arkady comes up to me and silently, with such a kind pity in his face, as gently as if I were a baby, takes the book away from me and puts another one in front of me instead, a German book, smiles and goes out, carrying Pushkin off with him. Well, really? What book did he give you? This one. And Nikolai Petrovich pulled out of his hip pocket the 9th edition of Bushnell's well-known treatise. Pavel Petrovich turned it over in his hands. He growled, Arkady Nikolaevich is taking your education in hand. Well, have you tried to read it? Yes, I tried. What did you think of it? Either I'm stupid, or it's all nonsense. I suppose I must be stupid. But you haven't forgotten your German? Asked Pavel Petrovich. Oh, I understand the language all right. Pavel Petrovich again fingered the book and glanced across at his brother. Both were silent. Oh, by the way, began Nikolai Petrovich, evidently wanting to change the subject, I've had a letter from Kolyazin. From Matvey Ilyich? Yes. He has come to inspect the province. He's quite a bigwig now. He writes to say that as a relation he wants to see us again, and invites you, me and Arkady to go to stay in the town. Are you going? Asked Pavel Petrovich. No. Are you? No. I shan't go. What is the sense of dragging oneself 40 miles on a wild goose chase? Mathieu wants to show off to us in all his glory. Let him go to the devil. He'll have the whole province at his feet, so he can get on without us. It's a grand honor, a privy councillor. If I had continued in the service, drudging along in that dreary routine, I should have been a general adjutant by now. Besides, you and I are behind the times. Yes, brother, it seems the time has come to order a coffin, and to cross the arms over one's chest, remarked Nikolai Petrovich with a sigh. Well, I shan't give in quite so soon, muttered his brother. I've got a quarrel with this doctor creature in front of me, I'm sure of that. The quarrel materialized that very evening at tea. Pavel Petrovich came into the drawing room all keyed up, irritable and determined. He was only waiting for a pretext to pounce upon his enemy, but for some time no such pretext arose. As a rule Bazarov spoke little in the presence of the old Kiranovs, that was what he called the brothers, and that evening he felt in a bad humor and drank cup after cup of tea without saying a word. Pavel Petrovich was burning with impatience. His wishes were fulfilled at last. The conversation turned to one of the neighboring landowners. Rotten aristocratic snob, observed Bazarov casually, he had met him in Petersburg. Allow me to ask you, began Pavel Petrovitch, and his lips were trembling, do you attach an identical meaning to the words rotten and aristocrat?